Alright guys, I am back with my review of this week's WWE Monday Night Raw for December 16th, 2013. And the show starts off with all the wrestlers on the ramp. Triple H and Stephanie are in the ring. They introduce Randy Orton, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. They make sure they say that about 5 times. They want everyone to know the name of the new title. So Orton comes out. Cena's just standing there. He's got this sad look on his face. It was hilarious. And Orton comes down to the ring. He says, "I'm better than all the wrestlers on the ramp. I'm the most powerful person in this ring." And Cena says, "You're an idiot." He gets a mic from somewhere. And Randy Orton says, "Cut his mic." And then he tells security to get Cena out of the building. And no one listens to Randy Orton. Neither of these things happen. So Cena says that Steve Austin said, when you're the champion, you have to put up or shut up. And Orton needs to defend the title tonight against Bryan. And Randy Orton refuses, but the fans are chanting yes. So Triple H and Stephanie are talking to each other, and they decide that it's best for business, so they make the match anyway. Which really confuses me, because that's like a babyface thing to do. So the fans could vote for Goldust and Cody Rhodes' opponents tonight. They had Ryback, the Real Americans, and Big Show and Rey Mysterio. And I actually thought the Real Americans were going to win this, but it's Big Show and Rey Mysterio. And they had a decent match here. Tell me if this looks familiar. Not today. Slap. Holy crap, Goldust does that in every damn match. And he always says, "Not today." It looks really silly to me because the guy has to keep his head down even after Goldust announces that he's going to do something to the guy. They still keep their head down, but it was a decent match. The commentators are busy taking selfies. I can't believe I'm watching a wrestling show and I had to use the word selfie. But Big Show knocks out Goldust. Rey Mysterio climbs on top of Big Show, hits the splash, gets the win. Afterwards, they all hug each other like they did at the pay-per-view. They do some more Bad News Barrett. Then Randy Orton is pissed off backstage. He's yelling at the Authority for putting him in this match against Bryan after the TLC battle. And Triple H says that he's the champion now. He's the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And this is his chance to silence the doubters and show that he deserves to be the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Then we get Dolph Ziggler versus Fandango. Dolph beats Fandango with a roll-up, so he gets his win back from last night. And it was really just a nothing match. It's Langston and Mark Henry versus the Real Americans. And this was alright stuff here. The crowd really helped this one out. They were super into Mark Henry. It was a Texas crowd. And Langston hits the big ending on Antonio Cesaro for the win. Then they show us this promo of Damien Sandow as Bad Santa. And Mark Henry is Good Santa. So they have the Christmas-themed episode next week on Raw. And I guess they're going to do Damien Sandow versus Mark Henry. But Damien Sandow did a great job as Bad Santa. But I can't help but wonder how much cooler this would have been if it was heel Mark Henry as Bad Santa. That would have been hilarious. It's Tons of Funk versus Ryback. And I was surprised to see Brodus Clay come out with Tensai because they just showed a tweet from Brodus Clay calling Tensai an ingrate and saying he stabbed him in the back at the pay-per-view. But here, Brodus Clay comes out with Tensai and he screws him over. Tensai is getting beat up by Ryback and he's reaching for a tag, but Brodus Clay refuses to tag him and Ryback hits Shell Shocked on Tensai for the win. And afterwards, Brodus Clay splashes Tensai a couple of times. Then Xavier Woods and R-Truth, who are doing commentary, run in and dropkick Brodus Clay out of the ring. And then they dance with the Funkadactyls. But I have to say, I actually liked all of this up until Xavier Woods and R-Truth got involved. So CM Punk comes out and he says that Triple H is the one behind all these attacks by the Shield. He's trying to sweep him under the rug. So he calls out Triple H and Shawn Michaels comes out, wearing what appeared to be rain boots. And this whole thing was really awkward. I thought Punk was good though. I liked his comment about Shawn Michaels' assless chaps. But Shawn Michaels says that you should have a problem with me because I'm the one who super kicked you, and CM Punk says, well, you're Shawn Michaels. You're the showstopper, so you get a pass. And Shawn Michaels introduces his opponents, The Shield. And the fans could vote for Punk's tag team partners tonight. You had the Primetime Players, the Usos, and Los Matadores. And the Usos win. No surprise there. I thought it would have been funny if it was Los Matadores, but it's the Usos and CM Punk versus The Shield. And the match, it was okay. It was actually extremely boring. But once Punk got the hot tag, he started hitting all of his shit. Everybody started hitting all of their moves, and the crowd really got into it. But yeah, the first half of this match was boring as hell. I mean, them beating down that Uso, my God. But I thought Roman Reigns was really funny in this match, from telling Punk to shut up when he's trying to cheer on the Uso, and he's got the Uso in a headlock, then he goes for a pin, then he goes back to the headlock, and he says, I was just testing the waters. Yeah, the match, it was okay, I guess, but Punk hits the GTS on Ambrose and gets speared by Reigns, so the Shield gets the win. Stephanie McMahon wins the poll for which WWE superstar should get coal in their stocking this year. Since when is Stephanie McMahon a WWE superstar? Bray Wyatt is talking to Sister Abigail, who is invisible, like little Jimmy. And then we get the Divas match, which is AJ Lee, Tamina, and Alicia Fox versus the Bella Twins and Natalya. Standard Divas match here. Tamina kicks Nikki Bella in the face, then AJ Lee hits the Shining Wizard for the win. And they're really hyping up this kick that Tamina gave Nikki Bella, and I think she actually did kick her in the face, because right after that kick, Nikki Bella's like this, and she stays like that for the rest of the time. Even when AJ Lee hits the Shining Wizard, she never takes her hands off of her mouth. As soon as she got kicked in the face, she was like this. After the match, during the match, so I don't know what the hell happened, if she lost a tooth or something. So Randy Orton cuts a great promo backstage. He tells the whole world to kiss his ass. Then it's Orton versus Daniel Bryan. Great match here, got a ton of time. I would actually say this was a pay-per-view quality match. And Daniel Bryan goes to kick Orton in the head. Orton low blows him. The ref sees this and disqualifies Orton, so Orton is still champion. And John Cena runs out. He attacks Orton, throws him out of the ring, and then Cena goes to check on Bryan. Orton runs back in and RKO's Cena to end the show. So next week is the Christmas episode, so they're probably not going to build too much on this. But after that, they're going to start building up the Royal Rumble, which I think Daniel Bryan is going to win. And hopefully the direction they're going in is Daniel Bryan wins the Royal Rumble and goes on to defeat Randy Orton at WrestleMania 30. And as far as this Raw is concerned, I thought this was a pretty good show. You had some decent tag matches, a great main event, and a great crowd all night. So that's my review. Hope you guys liked the video. Leave your thoughts on this week's show in the comments, and thanks for watching.